Guys, it's May May. Welcome to May May Made It for a very different sort of video today. Today we are doing a tag with Melody Lane of Melody Lane Designs. I'm so super excited about this. I've been wanting to do a collab with somebody for a really long time, and I emailed Melody and I was like, what do you think? And she was like, oh, it sounds like fun. And so we just kind of were like, we didn't know what we were going to do, and it just kind of came to me it'd be fun to do a tag with her. So here's what we're going to do. I have, look at my notes, I have 15 questions, and I'm going to answer these questions, and then I'm going to tag some people to do this with me, or with us. So the questions are 15 questions called the Crafter Confidential, and so I thought that was interesting because it's kind of things that we might not talk about every day or whatever, but so I'm just going to get started with the questions. So the first question is, what is the most expensive crafting tool you use on a regular basis? So for this question, without a doubt, it is the Close to My Heart cartridges. Now, my Cricut is probably the most expensive thing I have because it is slightly more than these. But I wanted to look at, based on what I would pay for, you know, something similar. Typically, I would pay $19 to $20 for a cartridge because I'm really bad. I won't pay full price for them, so I wait till they go on sale. But these guys, I paid $100 a piece for, and I have not regretted it because I use them all the time, and they make so many things. So it has to be my Close to My Heart cartridges. They're just amazing, so if you don't have them, check those out. So now the second question is, I have my little cheat sheet. Look, I'm gonna hold my cheat sheet. The second question is, what is the least expensive tool you use on a regular basis? That's the trick, that you use a lot, not something you just own. The least expensive tool I use, this is going to be weird, but this is it. Wax paper. I use it all the time. It has become my craft mat, and I know it is not the best idea. I know the best idea is to get one that you can just kind of reuse and reuse, but what I love about this is I can use it for everything there is, and then when it's cleanup time, I just get rid of it. And what I try to do is make sure I just keep enough to cover just the project I'm doing instead of just pulling a whole bunch at a time. And this roll lasts me a long time. It's time to get some more. But this wax paper, and I've even used it to make crafts out of. It embosses beautifully, so it's got to be wax paper. Question number 3 is a super fun question. It is, what is the oldest craft that you made that you still have or someone you know still has? This was a cool one. This is the oldest craft I still have that I ever made. This is a basket. Can you see the bottom here? And these are laces that I glued onto the handle and the base. But my mother had this at her house. It is so, so old. We tried to figure out how old it was, and here's what I discovered. I'm going to hold it like this so you can see this. I made this for my first wedding. Yes, I've been married twice. My first wedding was when I was 20 years old. So 21 years ago, because I'm 41 now. This was the basket I made for them to have the rice in. And what's funny is after we did that, we had the, not rice, but birdseed. We had the birdseed in these little things. We had a bunch of the netting left over. My mom, which I thought was so smart, filled it with potpourri. It's so fragile because it's so old. But she filled these bags with potpourri and put them in here so it still looked like the birdseed bags. But here's what's really funny, and I don't know when this happened, but when I got this from Mom to show it to you guys, because she keeps this in one of the bedrooms at her house, I lifted up these roses and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a boutonniere that I made for my first wedding. This one was actually one of the mothers because it has a bow on it. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? My colors back then were mauve and blue. That was my colors at my wedding. And then look, this is one I did for the guys, and it has a little bit of the tulle and the flower, and then look at that, isn't that funny? I was so excited to see these, and when Mom gave it to me, she's like, do you know I have to get that back? I'm like, absolutely. But when she gave it to me to show you, I didn't dig all the way down. It's little potpourri things all the way down. But when she gave it to me to show you guys, I took it home, and when I took the flower out, which I thought was just flowers laying in there, I called Mother, and I was like, you're not going to believe what's in here. It is the boutonnieres. And look, here's another one. So what I'm thinking is, which makes it even cooler, what I'm thinking is that this was like my dad's and my brother's and my mom's. And this flower, I don't know where it came from. It was just in here, so it could have been one she just had. But I think after the wedding, she took all of their boutonnieres and put them into this basket and had them. Isn't that cool? I love it. And I love this little basket. Can you see how that is on the, this is the handle. And then it has little ribbon roses And this ribbon is so old. I actually bought this at the craft store I worked at. I remember I bought all of this stuff, the little thin ribbon and some more. Now I will tell you this was not purple. Years ago these weren't purple, they were the blue color, so they have faded. But anyway, that's the oldest thing that I have that we can remember, and it is at least 20 years old. How cool, huh? Love it. Number 4. This one should sound like this. Wah, wah, wah. Number 4 is, what crafting tool was your biggest waste of money? Okay, so I have a couple of things that were a waste of money. I bought everything that goes with this. Everything that goes with it, but I have put them away, and I just grabbed this out to show you. This is the stamping gear from Inkadinkadoo. I bet some of you love this, but for me, it was not my favorite thing. I have the little press, I have the stamps that go with it, I have the circle and the oval, and I just could not, it didn't inspire me to do anything, and so I have it put away. I don't know, all the packages have been opened, so I don't feel right about giving it away. If y'all want me to do a giveaway with it, if somebody's like, I love it, we'll do that, but it wasn't for me. So that is one of the things that is just the biggest waste of money for me, and I want to show you the other one. Now the first thing I want to say about this is that it is dirty because it is on a shelf and it's all dusty. But here's the thing. I don't feel this is a waste of money. But I think for me it might have been, because I don't make these kind of books. But a couple of years ago I got into mini albums, and I thought, if I don't have one of those binder thingies, if I don't have one of those binder thingies, it's not going to do me good. I've got to have one. And the problem is I don't bind anything with these types of binding, so I've never made anything with this. Never, ever. I've never even punched it. Isn't that terrible? What a confession. But I'm glad I own it. So I'm not going to tell you that I'm sad that I have it. I'm glad I own it. I actually got it as a Christmas present, so I didn't purchase it myself. It was one of those things that I told the family I would love to have this. So I mean, it's a good present, and I'm glad I have it, but I've never used it in a couple of years. I think I'll challenge myself to use it. That's what I'll do. Question number 5. What crafting tool was your best bargain? So my best bargain has to be these guys. I picked these up at TJ Maxx and Tuesday Morning and Ross and places like that. Now these regular price are between $5 and $8 depending on where you buy them. But when you buy them at those places, you can get them for like $3. And sometimes I've gotten them as low as $2. Some of these, like this little cupcake punch and this 1-inch circle, what I do is I look every time at what punches they have available, and if they're $3 or less, I buy them as long as I don't have them. That's one of those things I'm like, you know, you never know when you could use it, and for $3, I can afford to do that. If you can't, I understand, but I can afford to spend $3 to possibly need this in the future. And I have purchased a lot. Let me see. 50. I have 15 of these. That are these, you know, border punches, and then I don't have very many of these because you don't find these a lot. If you find, especially if you find circles, grab these up, or squares or anything like that. But I just love collecting these, and I don't use them as much as I'd like, but they're pretty affordable, so I grab these up when I see them at those discounts or clearance stores. Question number 6. What's the best storage idea you have actually implemented? Best storage idea I have implemented. Now, this is not for everybody. My craft room was built to be my craft room. So everything in here is for crafting and nothing else. This wall is a bunch of bags full of product that are thumbtacked to my wall. And they kind of have some rhyme and reason, and they kind of don't. I just kind of know where everything is. And my plan is to kind of use this whole wall. So this is my favorite storage, and the reason is I noticed as soon as I started doing this, I started using stuff so much more because it was right at my fingertips and I could just look and go. It's like shopping, so I love this. The other favorite storage is this ribbon, and what I did, you can see that those are hangers, coat hangers at the top. Those are those coat hangers for pants that have that bar that you can remove, and then those are those little 3 for $1 storage bins that you get at the Dollar Tree or Walmart. And what I did, I came closer so you could see, is I took my ribbon off the spool and I ran it through each one of the hooks, and so now my ribbon can just hang like this, so I can just cut pieces away as I need it, and I love this. It is not pretty to look at, but it works. And also, if you notice, these are coat hangers, those pant hangers that I just ran ribbon through and hung them up Let me back up. And I hung them up just the same, so they're just hanging there on those coat hangers. This has really been easy for me, so I love this storage idea. Question number 7, as you can imagine, is what's the worst storage idea you have ever implemented? One of my least favorite storage ideas, these boxes. I love the way they look. I really do. But, and this one is chocked full of stuff, but when I put supplies in it, I can't see what's in there and I forget what I have. I bought several of these, and like I said, I love the way they look. So here's what I decided to do. I used to have paper scraps and ribbon scraps and embellishments and things in here, but it was so hard to see what was in there. So now I just put things that I really don't need in here. These are some little photo albums that I have to alter at some point in time. So now I just keep stuff in here that's not something I need on a regular basis. But these boxes, even when I labeled them, I still didn't know what was in them because I couldn't remember. So this was my least favorite storage. Question number 8. Now this is for YouTube crafters out there. What is the most viewed crafting video you have on your channel? What's the one that more people watch? Mine has to be my bake pot review with over 200,000 views. And it was made a long time ago in my YouTube career. Question number 9, as you can imagine, what is the least watched crafting video on your channel? Now, I bet all of you are going to go run and watch it now, right? According to YouTube, it's this one, but it's because I just uploaded it on Monday. So hopefully it'll get some more views, but so far it's this one. Number 10, what's the biggest crafting mishap or craft project that just absolutely did not cut it that you have ever created? But this is my least favorite craft project I have done since the fire, so I got to make that clear. A couple years ago I had other things to show you, but I don't have those anymore. So now I have this. I know some of you won't agree with me because some of you may actually like this, but I was on a design team for a split second for a company called Melosi out of Australia. I mean, a split second. I did like this project and that was it. They changed their format up and didn't continue with their design team. No, there was no problems or anything. I liked the company. But they sent me this chipboard piece. And what this was a circle of chipboard, and then these pieces were all circles. And I cut them all in half and turned them into this handbook mini album. Now, I know at first glance it seems cute, because I think it is too, but it's so impractical the way I did it. It's very stiff. It's very hard to put photos in here because it's not much space. And I feel like you can see the workings really bad. See all that white foam tape? I don't care for how that looks. And worse than that, the colors don't work. And here's the worst part, this closure that I did. I thought I was so genius when I did this closure. I was so proud of it. But hold on, let me get it. See, this is one thing. It's very difficult to use. And secondly, come on. When I put it on, I didn't think about the fact that I needed it to be kind of snug so it would stand up. And when I closed this down, because the idea was to wrap this ribbon around, this is totally off center now. And so it's not my favorite. That's why I've never really shared it with you guys. I did do a photo tutorial for the Melosi website ages ago. I mean, ages ago, but I'm just not, I don't love it. So that's my least favorite or my biggest crafting flop that I still have. Question number 11 is, what crafting items do you stock up on when you go to the crafting store? All right, items I stock up on every time, these packs of cardstock. I always purchase red, black, white, and craft every time they have them on sale. 3 for $10, 3 for whatever. This is Recollections, and every time they put these on sale, I buy them. I really like the quality of them, and I use those 3 colors all the time, so I try to never run out of these. So I buy these papers, and they're just like this: red, black, white, and craft. Number 12, I love this question. Your favorite non-crafting place to purchase supplies. Now, I don't have a picture of this, so I'm going to answer this question right here. My favorite place has to be TJ Maxx. And it's kind of iffy because sometimes they have great stuff and then sometimes they have nothing. But a lot of times when the seasons change, you'll see more stuff coming in. Like with spring and summer coming, you're probably going to be able to catch some fall and winter kind of supplies. But even the other day when I was at TJ Maxx, they had a whole bunch of chevron ribbon. So I just love TJ Maxx for crafting supplies. And you have to kind of look for them. And most of the time, I find the best deals on the clearance aisle at TJ Maxx. So check them out. Oh, and also Ross. Yeah, Ross is another place you can check for crafting supplies. This is another fun one. The craft you wish you could do that you just couldn't. Craft I wish I could do? Crochet. Now, I want to clarify. I started watching the crochet crowd with Mikey. He's amazing. And he actually got me crocheting, and I was actually making some things, and I thought, this is going to work. I'm so proud of myself. And they looked good. I even did the crocodile stitch. Not with this needle. I just brought this out because it'd be cute because it's big. But I actually haven't used this needle. But, you know what I think my problem is with crochet? All these years I thought I couldn't do it. I think it takes too long for me. I'm such an instant gratification person that sitting there and crocheting, especially for me because I'm really slow, it's just not for me. I want to try arm crochet because I think it'll go faster and I will like it better, but that's one. Crochet, I wish I was good at it because I think the stuff made with it is so cute, but I don't have the patience. Question number 14. What is the tool that's next on your crafting wish list? Mine is the Cricut Explorer. I know it's controversial. Like, I don't think I realized how controversial Cricut was until I started doing YouTube, and I realized that, you know, some people don't enjoy buying the cartridges, and some people would rather have the freedom of the computer and things like that. And really, I can understand that because I use my computer in crafting a lot. But I'm really excited about the Explorer because I'll be able to use my cartridges that I already own plus the new stuff. And I know Melody has one, so I'm a little jealous of that, Melody. And then the last question is, what made you start your YouTube channel? Well, it's a couple of things. Number one, I fell into YouTube. I don't even know how I found YouTube, to be honest. I don't even know how I found YouTube. I cannot remember a time when somebody said, oh, go check this out on YouTube. Probably I found it when I was searching crafts online and things like that. And I remember some of the first people I ever watched were My Pink Stamper, who I think is adorable. To this day, I still go watch her old videos. And I think her Cricut information is amazing. And Christina Werner, who I think is amazing. I think her talent is just beautiful. So I started watching Christina, My Pink Stamper. Who else did I watch early on? I mean, that's really early because, like, I didn't even have a subscription box at that point. I was really, really new at this. And I remember watching Christina thinking, I think I could do that. I think I could talk about crafts and cards and stamps and things. And to be honest with you, what's really interesting, when I started my craft channel, I wasn't a stamper. I was a crafter. I think that's why you see so many videos that I do that are crafting related, you know, wreaths and home decor and stuff like that, because that's really what I did. I was an HGTV fanatic. Never missed a single episode of my favorite show on HGTV, which is not part of the tag, but it was, somebody will help me on this. That's Clever, or isn't that something like that? Clever. I think it's That's Clever. I remember watching that show and thinking, this stuff is awesome. These crafters are amazing. And then I just kind of fell into the YouTube world and got sucked in. And so when you look at my early videos, you'll notice that I've really filmed a lot like Christina. I still do, especially when I'm doing a card or something like that. But now I kind of branch out to, you know, filming on my dining room table or filming in another room or something like that so I can do crafts. But that's what really got me hooked on YouTube. Now, what made me want to start a channel was this. I used to teach crafts. I mean, I was 20 years old working in a craft store teaching craft classes, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed the people and being with everybody and helping people. I just enjoy opening the world of crafts to people. When somebody says, I tried it and it worked, or I made it and it worked, and I just enjoy that so much. So I thought this is a really good opportunity for me to come into people's homes on their time and show them how to do things that they probably see at the craft store or at a craft fair, you know, that they want to learn to do. And the difference between me and those people at the craft fair and things is I want to show you how to make your own, and they need to sell it. And I think there's a place for both of those. I think you need crafters and you need consumers. And I wanted to be a teaching crafter, so that's why I did my YouTube channel, and it's been super amazing. You guys are so awesome. I think the community is probably my favorite part of YouTube, is getting to know you guys and talking to you about your family and when you try to craft and when you're so proud of what you've done. It just means so much to me because that's what I really love about YouTube is the community. So why I started it, the first thing I said, and why I keep doing it, because of you guys. I just love hearing from you, so that's a lot of fun. Okay, so that was the craft tag, the Crafters Confidential, and here's who I want to tag. Number one, I want to tag Velocity Vet 08. Hello, Jane. She's going to be like, are you serious? But, because right now I know she's doing some changes in her channel, and I thought it might be fun to see if she'll do this. And I want to tag Judy Ashmore. Now, I know Judy is struggling right now with a broken hand, but this might be something you can do, Miss Judy, without having to worry about your hand, because just do your tag video. And all of you guys, if you have a YouTube channel and can do a video, I challenge you, or I tag you to do this. If you can't do it on your channel, if you will send me the video, I'd love to share it on my channel to do the tag. So it is the Crafting Confidential tag. The questions will be listed in the info bar below, so you can do that. And I want to thank Miss Melody Lane. She is awesome. I'm excited to see her video too. If you guys don't watch Melody, go check her out. Her link will be below, and I will have her link on the screen too. She is amazing, and she does a lot of stuff. She kind of does a little bit of everything, and she's got one of those explorers if you're interested. So go check her out, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.